Hey guys, welcome back to the VaporCast. I'm your host, Zorro. Today's an awesome episode to be great. Welcome our co-host, a national Dan Mason lookalike, Second Sight.
What's going on?
And the man himself, the most versatile artist in the vaporwave scene, and also Dan Mason, not lookalike because it's Dan Mason. Dan Mason.
I mean, technically, I'd still be a lookalike, though, right? I mean, howdy.
Yeah, it's gonna
Look
mirror.
like get a mirror.
Just gotta get him. If I stand next to myself in a mirror, I guess I'd be a look. I don't know.
Which
I don't
one's
know.
the real
look
one?
Like
Which one's the real
who's
Dan?
the real Dan Mason?
Who's the real Dan?
Yeah,
We'll never know.
yeah.
We'll never know.
Was the DMT live set? Was that just a mirror, and you were just
Yes.
not? You weren't even there.
I wasn't even there.
You
That was
wasn't
all
even
done with mirrors and smoking mirrors and stuff. You know, it's
Smoking
all
mirrors.
illusion.
I knew it.
But I'm such a good magician that no one fucking noticed. So it was great.
No one noticed.
Well, cat's out of the bag
Yeah.
now.
Damn, I revealed my trick.
Now we all know the true
Oh.
secret of Dan.
Shoot.
Don't worry,
All right.
we'll edit this out in post.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
we'll
Yeah,
totally
please,
do
can you,
that.
Can you please bleep that all out? I just, if that gets out, ooh, my whole
Oh,
career.
no.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
over.
it's over. Yeah, it's
They'll
done.
finally figure out the secret. Huh?
Oh no.
Dan Mason canceled.
Oh, because I'm a magician instead of a. I'm not a musician. I'm a magician. People just have been misreading it all these years.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would call you a magician, though, I guess. That's not
Oh.
like a bad thing. That's a compliment in a way.
Yeah, freaking. Let me just say, like, freaking magicians always impress me. That's
Cool.
sleight of hand shit. I know we're getting.
Already off topic.
We're on the VaporCast talking about our favorite Penn and Teller tricks. You know, whoa.
Yeah.
I want to say about Penn and Teller is that I love that they show you exactly how the trick is done, and I'm still wowed a lot of the time in their freaking. Oh, anyway, off the magic shit.
I would say you're a magician with the way you use samples, though. That's why I'm a magician.
There.
Compliment.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. Let's start with the questions. With the very simple first question I always ask because I'm always interested to answer. What first got you into vaporwave?
I had two friends in high school, who used to browse like the 4chan forums all the time. And an album was making the rounds. This is about like 2012. An album was like making the rounds on there. A little album called Floral Shop by Mac Plus. Have you heard of this one?
Oh no, this is new.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah,
some
what the
real
hell about her?
some real underground stuff right there. So they showed it to me, and my first reaction was, "Wow, this sucks." And I said I could do this, and I guess I can do this. So I guess I can.
It's been like 8 years. I think you can do it.
Yeah, that was I started. I think I made my first release in 2013. I just slowed down a whole bunch of like old trance because I used to make like trance music back in the day.
Oh shit.
So I don't know. I listen to it now. I'm like, oh my god, I was terrible at it. But I used to love trance. Like I didn't like Tiesto and stuff like that. But like I don't know. Like if you look up trance back in like 2008 and 2008, like 2010 on freaking YouTube, you get all these anime thumbnails. And you just click on them, and it'd be like really nice little trance songs. I don't know, but that was kind of my inspiration. Never knew the names of the artists, but went from that, and then I just started slowing that stuff down. And then I thought it was funny that people were actually downloading it, and then people actually were downloading things, and I started taking it seriously. I think the real first like get me into the genre album though, like the one that was really like, hey, this is the one that made me stay. Silver Richards and Telepath's Nightlife.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's taken down off of Bandcamp, I think, a few months ago, sadly.
Oh really?
And they did a tape run for it in 2015, 2014. Never got the tape. And I see it in people's collections all the time, and I'll just one tear
Yeah.
down my cheek every time. I'm like, I need that tape.
To be fair, telepath tapes are like the most expensive things in the entire.
I'm checking Discogs right now, actually. To see.
You're going to look
Oh,
for it.
be careful. They
They
charge
have
out
to
the
get
ass.
Oh, I know about Discogs, but
Oh, discard.
Yeah. it's just-
I only have like one telepath tape, and it's the better building, better world.
oh, my
but
audio's
that doesn't
cutting out
count.
again. That's great.
I told you.
We're back, I think.
Before we started
good? We're
recording,
good?
I told you all that I was going to
Never mind.
sabotage this stream. So
Oh, his
boy.
magician energy is
no, you know. I'm sorry.
just the energy alone kills the audio.
Yeah,
we just got this headset fucking an hour ago. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Are we still good? You working?
Do you need to like disconnect and reconnect? Whoa.
Oh, that was weird. I guess I could ask another question.
I guess. I'm back. I guess.
Well, second
Hey.
figures it out. Because I do
Back
have
and
a
ready for
sort of
action.
related
Well,
question.
never mind. I guess not.
Oh my god.
This is not good. What the fuck?
Was it not okay? I'm gonna ask a question. Because I want, we're still recording, right? I think that's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. Technical difficulties.
I didn't expect
back.
this was good. I didn't think this was
I
gonna
guess
happen.
a question time, because I guess over your whole
We'll just have to
career, you've definitely messed with a lot
edit out all this crap. I
of
guess.
different genres. Would you like consider yourself more vaporwave, or more like future funk, or synthwave? Like, which do you identify yourself more with? Because people call you all three at times.
Before we answer that question, which one of you guys is recording?
The second side is recording.
Yeah.
He is?
He is the recording
You
man.
should probably wait for him to get stable before we do more questions.
I think I'm stable.
Right.
You think you're stable?
You're
Okay.
stable?
I mean, you can edit this part out.
Physically, mentally, I don't know yet.
You can't
I just don't want to. I don't want to be like answering questions and it turns out like OBS or whatever didn't capture it.
Yeah, but I think we're good. We're clear.
It could be an internet connection thing. I'm not trying to say it's all right. We good? All right.
Yeah.
Ask me that question one more time.
Oh, it's just like, which genre would you identify yourself more as? Because on your career, you kind of switch more like vaporwave or like synthwave or future funk. Because you've messed with all three. Like, which would you think you're more of?
Oh, I'm more of a vaporwave 2 kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Vaporwave. I get that.
I mean, I coined the term vaporwave 2, so I guess I gotta go with that.
Oh,
one.
You coined the term.
Oh yeah, no.
You're the originator of vaporwave too.
No, I probably I would say like back in the day. So I would say there's like probably 3 sections of my career that I could really slice it up into. So like the first part of my career, well, actually I could say 4. The beginning of it was just really just like vapor ambient for the most part. And then I got into like regular ass vaporwave, as I call it, regular old school vaporwave. So like classic style vaporwave, but like maybe like mixing like a few different subgenres here and there. And then after probably, so I'd say like that would be like from like 2014 to 2015 for that, and then mid 2015 I switched to future funk, but I was still dabbling in like regular vaporwave. I would say like Summertime EP and Summer Love and Lovers were definitely future funk albums, and then the rest of them around that time would be vaporwave albums. If not vaporwave, vapor funk or something.
Vapor funk, that's a better term.
But after that, I would say I probably switched up to more closer to like kind of the chill wave spectrum. Just with the influences from vaporwave for the most part. So and then the next one
keeps going.
I got coming. Is just I don't even know.
I think you mentioned the new album's like emo wave or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, call it emo wave, but like it's really more closer to like post rock.
Oh, okay.
At times.
Oh, so it's
like post
more
rock and like it's got like folk influences. It's got emo influences still in it, but it's really like it's. So the way I've done with like my more recent stuff, my more kind of what I would call like more chill wave or like vaporwave 2 as the kind of what I jokingly called it. It would be like, so Forever Nothing was kind of like a like 80% vaporwave influenced, and then like 20% just like maybe other influence, like maybe like emo, just like for like the lyrics and stuff like that, and kind of going on. And maybe how I sing it. And so it's the same with like Hypnagogia. We kind of like it's mostly vaporwave, but there's like definitely some influence from like my emo roots and stuff like that in there. This next one is like I flipped that around. So it's so like I've been like thinking about it. Like I'm like I'm still gonna call it vaporwave at the end of the day. Personally, I know a lot of people are gonna fucking fight me on that, but like whatever. I think vaporwave is more of a scene than it is a genre now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's more like emo than it is vaporwave. But I just wanted to try it. It was something that I wanted to do for a long time. So
That's such a cool idea of like the flip, because Forever Nothing is really emo in my opinion. It's like synth emo, which is just the coolest mix of genres. But to, like to flip that on its head, like rock and emo. I'm not rock and emo, rock and like vaporwave, like they almost never go together. Like
it's basic.
Think.
So the thing is, like, it's more like an acoustic vaporwave. It's less so than like a. But you'll hear it. It's going to be coming out, and first single will be dropping in October.
Like a winter quote, kind of.
Like
acoustic vaporwave.
Like it's really just like kind of like folky. I don't know. It's
folky.
It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see what people say about it, even if it's like negative and people are like, "Oh, this is the worst Dan Mason album ever created." I'm really excited for it.
I'm excited to hear this too, because it sounds like it's just going to be even more unique than your last album, which was, completely left field for a lot of us compared to your old stuff.
Yeah.
I think when I first found Dan Mason, I didn't know anything about the scene. I'm like, wait a second. You're telling me this guy who made this Summertime is also this guy who made... I was like, what the hell?
So the reason why that happens is I cannot... Like, if you actually like were to like to meet me, like, and like a lot of my friends know this about me, my wife especially knows this about me. I cannot listen to one genre of music for like ever. I change my tastes in music like every couple of years. I know like probably like 2 years ago I was just starting to get really, really into New Jack Swing, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, I like New Jack Swing, but I'm not listening to it as much. The year before that, it was like I was really into shoegaze, but now I'm like, yeah, I'll still listen to shoegaze, but not as much as I used to. Right now, I really loved like Midwest emo back in like I want to say like 2013, 2014, and then it kind of dipped down for me, and now it's just like really come back for me, and I'm just like really into Midwest emo right now, and that's all I've been listening to.
That's crazy. Like a regular switch up helps to
yeah,
switch up your style as well too.
And now I'm even thinking about maybe in the future going back to maybe more funky shit, but it's just I can't stay in one genre for forever. It would just get boring to me.
Because some fans are like, some fans are like, oh, I want Summer Love too, and some of the fans are like, no,
I know,
I want Miami Virtual 3.0.
I know people are like, oh, when's by the way, if I made a Miami Virtual 3.0, it'd be 3000.
Oh, that's good.
I have an idea for Miami Virtual 3000. It's probably just going to end up being a live set if I do it.
Hey.
Actually, I was the original plan before all the stupid. I'm not gonna like go into COVID shit. We all know what the fuck's going on with that shit.
Yeah.
It sucks. But anyway, before all that stuff hit, my original plan was to make Miami Virtual 3000 be a exclusive cassette that you could only get at like live shows.
Oh.
And then it was like specifically like a certain live set that I was gonna do was gonna be called the Miami Virtual 3000 live set, but.
Hey, I mean, that could still happen.
It could still happen, yeah. Maybe in the next few years, over the next year or something like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Anyway,
get you at Electronicon 3.
Hey, Electronicon 3, yeah. Let's go. Maybe we'll do it.
Hey.
But I don't know. It just, I can't stay in one style. And yeah, some people are like, oh, when are you gonna make a sequel to this album or like make it something like this? And it's like, probably never. You can still listen to it, and I can give you suggestions to other albums that are in that style.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing I don't understand with some people, because like it's like with like movies, like you got Nightmare on Elm Street, and then like I'm sure I wasn't born yet, but I'm sure some people wanted sequels, and then they put out the Abomination that was the second movie.
They got him.
And then Wes Craven had to come back and save it in the third one, which in my opinion was my favorite. I still like it over the original. That might be a hot take, but whatever. But I see the same thing with albums and album sequels.
Yeah,
like, I mean, you might say you want it, but I mean,
you say you want it sometimes, but then you get it and you're like, oh. this sounds exactly like the last one.
Yeah.
And then
well, I mean, that's
like, what did you want?
That's technically what you asked for.
I mean, yeah.
What did you want? I don't know.
I saw that with like the Tupperwave new bonus tracks. I was like, yeah, it's the same as Tupperwave, but it's also really great. I mean, you expected that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the live set would probably be the best way.
I just thought that'd be a fun way of doing it, and then I could sell the cassettes like kind of under the table, not like an official like store.
And then they'll resell for thousands of dollars because there's only a limited run.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just a given though. People
That's given, yeah.
Peddle that shit on.
Oh man, I think some of the worst of that I've seen is with Saint Pepsi.
Yep.
People buy his albums and like you see him like 5 minutes later on Discogs like freaking selling for like $500 to $2,000, and it's like
holy
Jesus.
shit! Oh my god.
Yeah, there's still some hit vibes that are still up there despite the repress.
The original pressing, the original pressing of Hit Vibes.
But thank God for the repress. Now that people can actually get
give people a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get into the community until like 2015, so I was a little late to the party.
Yeah,
2015.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, there was a big surge of people getting in around 2015. That's honestly like one of my biggest growth year. Just like that's when like I was like realizing, oh wait, this vaporwave thing like ain't just a joke. It's like, oh, people actually like this shit.
Yeah, I think
like I liked it. It's just
I think like 2014 to 2016 was probably the best growth years for the community as a whole. Like
I think
so many great releases in those.
There was a lot of important things that happened around then. I mean, you had the like one of the big ones for me is DMT tapes.
Yeah.
Gave like a big voice to a lot of small artists, and it just really just gave people a place to release. And it was crazy because like when DMT tapes collapsed in 2015 because of some stupid shit. But basically they collapsed, and then it made a huge freaking void in the scene, and like literally people just filled it. It was like the beginning of like the label explosion, I would call it, where just hundreds of labels were just formed overnight. It was nuts.
Oh yeah.
Only about like 10% of them made it through. But
yeah, you got it.
All right.
Sad to hear DMT go though. It's unfortunate, but
a lot of really good ones though. But yeah, there a lot of them not so good. But a lot of them never got my freaking Vape Council cassettes, mate.
Heard about that, yeah.
The original run. They did a reissue recently, and me and like a couple of guys who remember the Vape Council and were part of it were like going like reissue. Like we're like there was never a first issue. So
jeez, you're making me nervous.
But
I got. No, go ahead.
No, the reissue is actually real.
Okay, that's good.
The reissue is real. I've seen people actually receive that. You're good, dude.
All right,
you're good. It's not from the same people. It's not the same people.
Well, no, I wasn't nervous on that regard though, because I'm supposed to be doing physicals as well, and I'm worried that shit's gonna happen to me.
No.
Oh no,
it's been a few months since Night Drive came out, so
you're fine.
But
as long as you like work with the right label.
I know the COVID thing kind of put a stop on everything.
Oh, yeah. It puts a lot of damper on all that stuff. I've had a lot of people have some lost mail, and it's like literally like there's nothing I can do about it. It's now, especially like I know in Japan you can't get anything out of Japan right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to order things from Japan, and they just stay in like storage over there.
Oh yeah, I heard that from Psycho.
So it's like really can't do anything about that.
It's really unfortunate.
It is really unfortunate, but it's the times we're living in.
Hopefully.
Anyway, off that, I'm trying to stay positive right now. But yeah, you'll be fine. For the most part, there's only been like a few labels I think in the past that have been like they just never delivered on stuff, and and then usually they disappear after that. So So
yeah, they usually just
I remember
wipe off the face of the earth.
I remember last week when we had Donnerlands, they were mentioning I don't know, some label that was like selling shit but like never like shipped it out.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those, unfortunately.
There's a few of those. But like as long as you like, if you're looking to like release a physical with somebody, as long as you know that they have shipped stuff in the past, you're fine.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. As someone who's done physicals, if they're like willing to talk it out and give specific dates, and they're like, we're gonna do this, and we're, they're a reputable label, and you have like stuff from them in the past, then yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, absolutely, you're fine. Like it's all about just like doing a little research. You just gotta like dig in. If people are talking trash about it on trash about them on Twitter, skip. Just be like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, sometimes that does end up, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah. There's like you know what I mean. Like people are like,
keep this drama free here at the VaporCast. Though. No names.
That's why I'm not saying any names. I'm not saying any names.
No, of course not. Yeah.
But yeah, just you be careful. You don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing about the vaporwave scene, since it's mostly net labels anyway, the great thing is since nothing's really contract here, there's no like written contracts. Usually it'd be like, if there is like something like kind of written, it's more just like a verbal agreement kind of thing where it's like, hey, I'll do this. Here's the split. It's
definitely
making that known to you. It's so much easier than actually working with like real labels. Yeah. I was actually watching like a video recently about like how much real labels take, and it's awful.
It is.
That's why Bandcamp's the best. That's why Bandcamp's the best.
Bandcamp's great. These distributors and stuff like that, like TuneCore, DistroKid. I'm not sponsored by anybody here. They're really helpful for getting onto streaming services and stuff like that. They're really good with that and getting you onto like iTunes stores and stuff. So like a lot of the stuff that like labels provide, like major labels provide nowadays, you don't really like need them anymore.
We don't need you, Sony Pictures.
Yeah,
take that, Sony.
I'm not naming any labels, but yeah,
not naming it.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, Sony.
This kind of reminds me of like the whole radio, and then the TVs coming in and being the quote unquote death of radio. Like I think Bandcamp and like the online shit.
It's gonna kill some of the bigger labels.
Yeah,
hopefully.
It's well, that and like they didn't. I think they took a while to adapt to streaming services, but man, the freaking royalty rates from it's awful. Like this is just like a little bit of like what goes on. So basically, like on Spotify, just to be like keep it simple, you basically make 0.5 cent a play. But if you're a part of a label, like a major label, you're probably only going to get 10% of that if you're lucky. It's really, really bad.
So you probably haven't made, more than, I mean, if we're taking like an estimate, you probably have made more than like $100 on Spotify.
Oh, if you're like with a major label, you could have an album that sells like crazy and only get maybe like a couple thousand, overall.
Because you mentioned iTunes. Are you on iTunes?
I'm on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Deezer,
Google Play.
Tidal.
Holy shit!
Hang on, I got a list. Napster, I think too.
You're on Napster. Let's go.
I mean, there's no reason to not put yourself. iHeartRadio, a bunch of foreign ones I've never heard of. I'm on TikTok too. Apparently, you can play.
I used iHeartRadio in the past. It's kind of like really sad because it's not the greatest place to stream music, but I have a really old playlist from like my first week or two in the Vaporwave, and there was just 50% Dan Mason, 50% 3D Blast, and Tupperwave.
3D Blast! Oh, my boy
3D
Randy.
Blast is Randy's the reason I'm in Vaporwave in the first place.
Hey, that's nice.
So, yeah, I couldn't come up with the words for a question, but about how you and the crew, as I call it, you, Disco, Price, and 3D Blast, you're all on kind of like this small little, I guess it's like, what would you guys call it? Like a friend?
Kind of a circle.
Just
like
the boys.
The inner circle, the inner sanctum, the secret
circle.
Society, I would call it.
Secret society.
We're all industry. We're all industry plants.
Wait a minute.
No.
Are you in the Illuminati? What's going on here?
Whoa! Don't ask questions.
Dan Mason.
Yeah, I'm about to get fucking kidnapped.
You're asking the hard questions. The internet connection just went out. Oh no,
Let's get to this. God, no.
No, I met Randy through his podcast.
Really?
Yeah, the 3D cast.
That's a better name than ours. Damn
it. He used to be. I think I found him because there's another cast before that called the Ozcast, starring Ozcobb. Not gonna go into Ozcobb, but just he was on there for like one episode, and then the entire show got canceled.
Oh.
And then basically, so Ozcobb's whole podcast stopped, and then there was nothing going on, and it was like literally like Randy's podcast like kind of came up through the surface, and it was like literally like the podcast for a little bit on like at least like in the r/vaporwave community back in the day, back right before I think r/vaporwave started really going downhill. Personally, I'm not hating on r/vaporwave. I just don't think it's where you
can't. It's fine. We've had people in the past not like the r/vaporwave community.
I don't hate like the people there. I just don't post there anymore. That used to be like the bumping place to do it. I just don't post there anymore. I don't know. I don't even know like why I don't. I just don't participate in it.
It's not really a good reason to when you already have,
Sometimes I'll go on and somebody's already posted my stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm with you there because I just joined it because someone posted about me, but like, I don't know anything about Reddit or how to use it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of here.
I haven't. I just never bothered.
Like forum posts. There used to be some really good discussions in there, like a long time ago. But I think it's a thing where it's like once like there's like too many voices, I guess. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It's just like it's a lot of people in there now.
Okay.
A lot of people who are like I'm not hating on new people getting into the scene and like just learning and asking questions. Like that's fine. But like you go on there and you'd be like, hey, check out this rare gem, and it's just Macintosh Plus Floral Shop, and you're just like, okay.
I've heard horror stories about how Private Color like gets to the top like almost weekly.
Oh,
repost it.
You just post that and it's free. It's free upvotes.
Free upvotes.
Yeah, it's
new Reddit secret trick, not clickbait.
Yeah, I remember Christ made that. You remember that like?
Oh yeah, I heard about
that meme with like the freaking. It was like
Helios, and he was saying.
Yeah, the Helios one. Yeah, he posted it on there. It got 20 upvotes, and then somebody else reposted it and said some guy on Twitter made it.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's John's ability business casual.
I would. Who's this? Who's this man? Christ, never heard of him.
Christ, never heard of him.
Who's some guy?
Justice,
it really made me mad when I saw
more like social justice, whatever.
When I saw on the r/vaporwave Twitter, I was like, oh my god, there's no way. There's actual people like this that exist. Why did people upvote that?
I guarantee you someone got offended from the name Christ.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think anyone. Yeah. No one's. He hasn't told me anything. He hasn't told me anything.
We have a Christ-related question in here. But
yeah, but I forgot about the questions.
We should get back to the questions because
we probably should. We've been talking on.
Let's go to the second question.
Yeah, I think we asked 1.5 questions, and it's already been a half an hour. This is great. This is great.
That's good. This could be for the big Dan Mason fans. This will be your treat.
Yeah. All right, give me
hours and hours. All right, go for the second side.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, you got to remember you ask questions too. Okay, you got this.
Sorry, okay. So I feel like completely out of nowhere here, but what is your creative process like?
Creative process. So I actually up until like literally like last week, every Wednesday, and this is a little bit of a plug, but every Wednesday from like either at 6 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern, I usually stream my creative process on Twitch.
If your internet connection doesn't go down.
But no, I just usually the flow is I improv on the keyboard or on guitar or somewhere. I kind of improv, and then I just kind of make pieces fit together. Just kind of let my mind go, and Just let it happen. That was at least what it was for. That's what it is now. Back when I was doing sample-based stuff, it was more of a. Now this one I don't really show anymore, but when I was doing sample-based stuff, it'd be more like just searching for samples. Just like for a couple hours, and I would just like look up smooth jazz 80s saxophone on like YouTube, and then I'll find some good shit, and then I usually try to find something with less than 100,000 views. That way it's a deep find, it's a deep cut.
That's an amazing sample tip right there.
Also, if you find an artist that you really like on there, like you find like let's say you discover the artist, like if you find like Kenny G or something like that, and you're like, oh, this is good. Don't sample like this is just like a tip. You shouldn't be sampling his most popular tracks. Literally, like search like so you find an artist like, and this would go for any artist. Like I'm just using Kenny G as an example, just because he's an artist a lot of people know. You search Kenny G. You can usually get a discography. Find their discography. Look around like the range of years that you think the music would be best at. Which for Kenny G would be like 80s, 90s kind of stuff. His new stuff is good too, but 80s, 90s. So you go there, and then you just like go through the discography, and just like if you find a track that doesn't have like a Wikipedia page attached to it, that's a good way to go. Just like go that way. Just find like some deep cuts, just like find some like hard to find stuff, because one, it protects your ass from copyright claims on like if you repost your song onto YouTube or something like that. It helps you because it's not like a track that people are gonna be like, oh, I know what that is, and then they report you immediately. And two, it makes it so that you like it's not a bad thing if you sample something else that somebody else has sampled. It's not a bad thing, and I want to make that clear because some people are like, oh, that's a bad thing. It's not. It just makes it so that you still will have like a uniqueness to your your sample use, because it'll be all you kind of thing. Like it's I don't know. It makes it more unique. It makes it more of something somebody hasn't heard before. Yeah. So that's my tip for sample-based stuff. But yeah, for most part, it's just, and then usually I get the sample and then I just click through it and I find parts I like, and then I just cut them up.
And usually you make an amazing track. Yeah.
And that's usually in the first 30 seconds, and it's really funny.
Yeah, I have like a lot of like tiny sampling tricks, because I used to do sample searching just for like my friends and stuff. And I find one of the most fun things to do is you just kind of go on Bandcamp and you just click till you find something that has like one by, and it's like tagged with like weird genres, and you find something that's even more obscure, because it's not even on a it's not even from Kenny G. It's from some Mr. Random Nobody. It's fun to hear that type of stuff, because I used to do that. Like my old technique that I've never shared, because I was like, oh, super secret. It's not. I went to Billboard, and I just went down to random year, and I went down to the bottom 100, and I would try and find the song on like an old YouTube page.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I found some really interesting stuff that, like, oh, that's like the weirdest thing. Why was that a number one hit in 1980s?
Oh yeah, dude, I watched a video of like the number one hits from every year from like 1950 something to today, and you're just like, why was this a number one hit? This song was terrible. But I don't know. It's usually like a gimmick song or something like that. Something that has like
the Disco Duck.
Like Disco Duck.
I hope that wasn't number one. I'm sorry for bringing back bad memories to everyone.
Like recent history of a song that people in the future are going to look back on and be like, how the hell was that a number one hit? This is a personal opinion. Party Rockers.
Yeah. I mean, I already looked back and like, really?
How was that
us 2010?
Yeah, that was like a number one hit. And people are going to look back on that and be like, what? What the hell?
I'm so confused. What track are you talking about? You talking about
Party Rockin' in the House Tonight?
Party Rockers in the house tonight.
Oh, Dan Mason, can you do a
Party Rock
cover
anthem?
Of that song, please?
Yeah, Party Rock Anthem.
Yeah, I was so confused. Like, wait, is he talking
Party
about
Rock Anthem Vaporwave remix?
Every day I'm hustling.
Now we're talking about hot takes for songs we can't believe are number one hits. Fucking Girls Like You from Maroon 5. That shit.
That shit makes
my ears bleed.
God, dude, just Maroon 5 in general. Like, goddamn.
Their first album was okay, and then everything else was kind of like
I have
downhill
a hot
spiral, in my
take,
opinion.
because I like had a weird way of getting into music, like really stupid weird. One of the first bands I actually got into, the first two albums of Maroon 5, because they're actually really solid. It's like this kind of like weird white boy like alt funk kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess white boy is a great description, but it's like way too funky than it needs to be, and so like it's kind of disappointing. Like, oh, these first two albums are great, and you hear like anything after 2010, it's like a disappointment.
It's Adam Levine, and that's it. No one else matters.
I'm just so mad.
The Adam Levine Show, starring Adam
the
Levine.
Adam Levine Show.
Right.
It's unfortunate because I
think my favorite thing about Adam Levine is when you go to like Target or Walmart or something like that, you see the first stash guitars, which is like those really cheap guitars that you get kids for their first guitar that I really don't recommend giving your kid because the action on them are so bad. It just makes kids never want to learn guitar. Anyway, you just see him with the same pose on every single box, no matter what the guitar is. They didn't take multiple pictures of him holding guitars, just hand out.
Of course.
I don't even see his hand holding a guitar at you, and it's like, I don't know, it's just, there's something about that pose that just seems so like corporate and goofy to me.
Yeah, I mean, in the past 2 years, it's only been corporate.
Yeah,
there's not been a single soul of real. And it's sad because for some reason that was one of my bands. I was like, yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, that's what some
being an alt-rock noob. I think they're they haven't shown any sort of. There's like zero guitar in any song, but those first two albums I recommend if you want some kind of like, it's really like 2000s, which is a strange vibe to call. It's really hard to describe what the 2000s feel like. You're like, oh yeah, 90s, it sounds like that.
2000s to me just feel like denim everything, man. That's what it is.
Denim is specific, yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
It's hard to describe.
Denim.
I think people wearing chokers for some reason.
I say that's like mid to late 2000s when the emo scene phase became big.
Yeah, like Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne. That's better than I can put it.
That's what I think of like 2000s, like literally like Skater Boy, that music video.
Mm-hmm.
Like is like, okay, that's
such a
2000s.
Such an interesting vibe. I kind of like had like a inclination to sample some of it and like make an album of that one day, because it's such like it's one of the most unique, because it's hard to describe and pinpoint at times. Like I'll hear a modern song, like that sounds like, for some reason that sounds like it was made in like 2005, and there's no way to like.
Mm-hmm.
I know some decades are like that. 2010s was not, because you would just think of blaring Skrillex. That's my
yeah.
Oh yeah, 2010s. The like early 2010s was like that EDM like freaking time where everything was EDM. I just remember like because that was when I was in high school. Was like around like 2010. That's when I would go to the mall with my friends in high school all the time. We just chill at Hot Topic and GameStop all day.
Yeah.
Or the food court, and like literally. Early 2010s music, I call it food court music.
Food court music.
It's like Katy Perry, baby, and it's like,
yeah,
fucking shine.
Food court music sounds like a really great side off of Mallsoft. Yes. Hey, groceries! I got a new idea for you.
Hey, groceries! Make it funkier and call it food court music.
Yeah, I think malls wouldn't be dying so fast if they played shit like Paul Mall Mars and shit, like just the smooth jazz shit that they used to play in the back in the 80s. They need to do that again.
I wish malls did that now. I'm so mad that it's like, I mean, like it's just literally top 40 pop, and it's not even like my mall. Like last time I was there, they weren't even doing like top 40 pop from like this year. They were still doing the top 40 pop from 2010.
Oh my god, that hurts.
It's still like Katy Perry's Fireworks. It's kind of cool for me because I go there and I'm like, oh yeah, that's nostalgic. I feel like I'm back in high school again. But then it's like, also on the other hand, I'm like, can you guys just like play something new?
Yeah, just whenever I go to a mall, I'm like, next up is Adam Levine. It's like,
great.
I brought it all the way back to Adam Levine. It's a big circle. It goes every It always comes.
Anyway, we got questions, don't we? We got a question.
The point is, Adam Levine ruins everything.
Adam Levine ruins.
Yes.
All the listeners at home. All the listeners at home, if you take anything away from this podcast, Adam Levine needs to stop. We need to stop.
He just needs to make music. He needs to be in a band again. That's all I'm asking.
No, not even that.
Money at this point.
Not even that. Just
retire.
I mean, this is
okay,
like.
I have faith that he still has it in him, like really deep inside.
I don't.
Small, I think I'm good on money. I'm gonna go back to making real music.
And the only thing is, back on that label thing, they own. Yes. You have to make albums, or else you get freaking fined. It's terrible. Anyway,
because Kanye said something about that, how like Sony. Like his rambling tweets said Sony basically owns all his songs and he can't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, it was the Taylor Swift finally got her, like she had to she couldn't get her masters, so she had to remake her songs, which is
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, next question.
That's why we was hanging out. There was a lot of topics there. I felt like it's like so I was gonna mention something about the Summer Love vinyl and how it hasn't repressed in like months, but I guess that's passed. Please,
same kind of
Mr. Donnerland's Man or My Flamingo Crew. There's so many albums on that label that need to be repressed. Seriously.
So Summer Love and Summertime EPs are probably not going to be repressed either.
Dang.
Yeah.
I managed to grab it because there was like a extra recall on one of the Bandcamp days, and it was just happened to be available.
Those are usually like they usually on most labels do this. They have leftovers just in case somebody loses one in the mail. Someone gets one that's damaged or something like that. They usually keep around like maybe just like a couple tens of extras. So yeah, like maybe like sometimes it could be. I've seen some people say they keep 50. I've seen some people they just say like 20, 10. Yeah.
But there was like 3 available. I'm like, okay, I have to pick this up now.
Yeah, they probably only kept like 10.
Yeah, one of the guys in the Discord group, I completely forgot who, like a few week or two ago, was talking about that they got I think Paul Mall Mars in the mail, and I think it was the Red Planet vinyl, and it was fucking the dipshit who delivered it put it like in his mailbox, and it was like and it was like fucking like bent and shit. And it hurts. It hurts so fucking bad. Like I wanted to cry.
Yeah. Something like that happens. Usually, a label has some spares on hand. I know 100% does this. I know My Pet Flamingo does this. I know Business Casual does this. And usually, you can just email them, and they'll happily send you a replacement.
It's why they're the best labels in the scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So
having extras is important.
It's really important. Any label guy, have extras. If you're doing a run of 50, don't order 50. Order 60.
And to all the mailmen, the vinyl does not go in the mailbox.
If it says "do not bend" on the package, do not bend the package.
Right. I mean, I love our mailmen. You know, they're good, but please don't bend their vinyl.
Put it on the doorstep, or
just put it on the doorstep,
or the back door deck, or whatever the fuck.
Anything is better than trying to make it cram in a mailbox.
Yeah.
All right. Well, another question I'm really interested to hear your answer, because you've done so many live shows. What is your favorite song to perform?
Favorite song to perform?
Hard question, but I'm really interested to hear.
So I have 2 different live sets that I personally, at least to me, I have 2 different types of live sets I do. I mean, I think it might be obvious to a lot of fans. I have like my funk live set, and then I have my sad boy live set.
But that's better than I would have said it.
My emotional side live set.
Yeah.
I will say for my funk one, I think my favorite one on my funk one is the song "Online Shopping." Is a hell of a time to play, especially when I get like the internet samples, the
internet noises. Yeah, I remember you playing a few of those.
Like at the block party one, I think I did it. It was like, what's a web page? Something on. I loved it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh my god,
I loved it. That's like my favorite song to play live. And I've been doing the what's a web page? Something Ducks Walk On stuff in it since like 2017. I did a few live sets in Orlando.
It's a recurring theme.
So it's just like I just love that one. It just fits with the song really well and lets the song go a little bit longer, so you can get a little bit more of that kind of.
Sing the whole line. Wow, that was actually.
But I've heard that song a million times. So
yeah, that's one of my personal favorites.
For my emotional live set, it's gonna be "Hopefully Forever."
Really?
I just love performing that one because it's literally just like I can just let every single emotion I have out in it. And it's the final track from Hypnagogia, the closer on Hypnagogia.
Oh yeah.
And I get to do like some nice intimate singing on it, and then it builds up, and then I get to fucking scream on it. And then I think my favorite performance of it was at both. Actually, I've only performed it 3 times live. But I want to say at Econ 2, I think the way I ended it there was my favorite way of ending it. Because at the end of it at Econ 1, I just sat on the edge of the stage and then just kind of let the song end there. Because at the end of the song, it's like forever. The song slows down and then I go, forever is a long time to lay down. I can't hit that right now. It's not the range, but I do that. And at the Econ 2, I actually went into the crowd and I told people to give me a group hug.
Oh.
And it was really funny because I was trying to sing the final lyrics, but somebody was squeezing me really hard.
Oh my god.
So like all the air was exiting my lungs, and I was like, okay.
Oh,
but I love performing that song because I feel like it's like one of my favorite closers. Other than that song, it'd be like, for closers, it'd be like "Make Me Love You" from Miami Virtual. It's like my favorite closer for a live set. But yeah,
those are definitely different picks than I would have thought. I have like weird picks for I think my favorite Dan Mason song that at least I watch.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess I have to share because
yeah, you brought it up.
Yeah,
I did. I have to.
Dude.
I think for the funk set, I don't remember which because the worst memory, but because I think it's Midnight. You know the Midnight from
of the night. That one?
No, from Summertime EP. They have 2 songs called Midnight. Oh god.
No, that's the one from Summertime EP. Yeah, Midnight.
Great, really? Oh, I have the worst memory then. I have terrible memory, but
sweet dreams lying ahead.
I'm gonna start singing it. No.
My shadow darkness.
Hold on, let me get my lighter.
Get my light.
That's when I know you can come to me in the middle. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I actually didn't know that was English till right now, so
Yo, it's English.
I am not a true Dan Mason fan.
Was it Taka? What, Taka Boom or something like that is the name of the artist? Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Taka Boom, Middle in the Night.
I think it's a weird, but that one's my favorite. It is a stupid story, but during your set, I was playing Pokemon Go, and I don't think I put a screenshot out on Twitter. I think, but I got a shiny Weedle, and I named it Midnight after you. I have 2 shiny Weedles. I think one of them is called Dan Mason.
Aww.
I named a Weedle after you.
I got a Weedle.
Hey,
it's a shiny Weedle, so I'm okay with that. So.
Yeah, I think I got 2 during your set, 2 or 3. I'm like, okay, I gotta name this after the song because I was literally just dancing. I've never danced harder in my life.
Hell
during
yeah!
that pageant.
Midnight. I think is a track that John Zabelli discovered me with.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I posted it on SoundCloud, and he literally like a day or 2 after I posted it, I got a message from him saying, "Hey, you want to come on the Business Casual?"
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Sure, that sounds swell. And,
wow. Is that your direct words? I hope not.
No, I said, yeah. I probably said something like, "Yo, dog, that sounds slick AF."
Oh, that's
Hit me up. Right?
I forgot you're like 2 years older than me.
Yeah, I think my favorite off your more sad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you performed it, but it's personally my favorite is Tiptoe. And I think it's just because of the drum line. Because goddamn, whoever played drums on Tiptoe is awesome. They did a wonderful job.
That's it's just a programmed drums.
Okay, well, I was like unsure if there's someone playing, but
yeah,
the drum line is what like makes the whole album. I guess it just puts it all together. It's just that drum line after the second verse.
I don't know. You don't know. You seem to lost our hope. Well, I was supposed to play Tip. I haven't played it live, but it is in my live set actually for like future like emotional sets.
Yeah.
So you see, you're from the future. So
I'm from the future.
You're from the future. So.
But, well, I already know it's gonna be good. You know,
yeah,
I can just tell.
I am gonna play that one live. I also that one was a lot of fun. I remember when I sent it to George, sent him Forever Nothing. He was like, he said that like that song in particular was like one that really stood out to him on that album too. So
we do have a George question eventually.
Oh, okay.
God, if we could ever get to it.
Oh my God. Anyway, we're getting on these tangents, but yeah, overall, I think my favorite to play live is hopefully Forever and or Online Shopping. Just to play it live.
I can't like choose a favorite off of Summertime IP. I really can't. I think I Know a Place is underrated as hell because it's like at the very back end, but
yeah.
Second Sight, you can finish.
Yeah. So
we're getting a live concert. It is great.
But, oh yeah, it is great.
This is another good question.
This kind of actually just about the same as a Twitter question, so I might just lump it together.
Oh no, don't do that.
You sure? I mean, they're practically the same question.
All right, go for it.
All right. Well, what is your personal favorite album?
Of like my own stuff, or
of your own stuff? Yeah.
Of
your own music.
So when it comes to sample-based stuff, I have like two essentially. When it comes to the sample-based stuff, I would say it's the EP Memory.
Mm-hmm.
It was on DMT Rec back in 2015, I want to say. Memory is like one of my personal favorites. Either that or like Aokigahara Online, the first self-titled EP. That was like a side project. For anybody who doesn't know what Aokigahara Online is, that was a side like a nature wave project I tried to do.
Do you still do nature wave, or is that just like?
I think I have some stuff on my computer that I've been thinking about like going back to, maybe just doing another Aokigahara Online album just for kick.
I mean, if you're down, I do a lot of nature wave shit.
Yeah, it's like really really good at that, but
for sample list stuff, probably Hypnagogia.
Yeah.
I like because I went back before I was finishing up my current album. I'm not including the current album because I'm actually really proud of my current album. I just don't think it's. I think a lot of people are just gonna be like, oh, it's not vaporwave, because I went back and I re-listened to Void, Hypnagogia, and Forever Nothing, and I think Forever Nothing has some like really good like singles on it personally. Mm-hmm. But like I think Hypnagogia as like a full experience is like my best from that.
Yeah. I'm
gonna keep it. Hypnagogia your favorite.
I'm gonna keep it a buck 150 here. The first time I heard Hypnagogia, I didn't like it.
That's okay.
But then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should give it a chance. And now I love it.
I might have to be honest and say the same thing because I ended up preferring like the rest of your catalog over it.
I mean, I was so used to like the Miami
so sad.
Virtual.
We're both like, we don't agree.
Like I was so used to like the Miami Virtual and like the more like jazzier.
Yeah.
Shit, and then like I heard Hypnagogia, and it was like, this is weird.
It's definitely like a tone shift.
Yeah.
So and I expected a lot of that when I started switching up my sound. But I felt like I was at a point that I couldn't do samples anymore. Not even like because of like a legal thing. I just wasn't feeling doing samples anymore. So I switched it up, and like I found like the songs that I actually like write are just like much more melancholic. So
I
was like, oh, just really digging deep in there, aren't we?
Yeah.
I was going through some shit when I fucking wrote Hypnagogia too. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I actually had a question specific for one of those tracks.
We're like two away from that.
We'll get to that. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna try and not speed it up, but get to it.
We do need to speed it up here. We did get on some tangents.
Yeah, it's fine. It's always great to get off topic a little bit.
Okay.
It's fun, but this is our next question. I think it is a George question, and question I'm really interested to hear what it's like working in the 100% Electronica crew, because I rarely hear that side. What's it like to work with George and everyone else in the fam?
Working with George, so like the main thing like I want to make clear is it's a little different. I was expecting it to be a certain way, and it was actually being a certain way working with George, but I hate bringing this back up, but it's a part of our fucking lives now. The COVID thing kind of changed a lot of how like the workflow with George was. But before COVID started, it was literally just like working with George was literally just like, I'll get a message from him and be like, "Hey, you want to do this thing? Like, you want to like do a live set here? We'll fly you out." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure."
Oh, damn.
It's like, so we had some things picked up. I don't think I'm allowed to like talk about them because I actually had to sign some contracts for some of these things.
Oh, really?
But like we have some things, and it was kind of cool. You get some like inside scoops of like where we're might be planning like the next Electronicon and stuff like that. Like he was looking at I think I can talk about this. I don't think he'd get mad at me.
Oh, okay, be careful. I don't want him to go like he did in Rail and like
no. He won't get mad at me about this. But it was just like I think we were looking at like either doing New York again or like even Chicago. I think for the 3, but obviously shit happened, and now that all out those plans. So I have no idea like what's gonna happen next. I might even like hit him up and be like, maybe just do like a. I know he's been doing the VR live streams, but like I'm thinking like maybe like do a full on.
That would be actually really cool.
Like the Flamingo Fest that just happened or something like that. Do something like that.
Yeah,
I saw him show up to that actually, which is pretty cool.
So
well, if he does, whatever. I mean, not if, when he does a third one, because I mean,
yeah,
it's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I just hope it's somewhere on the East Coast because I live in Ohio, and it would suck so much to fly out to like LA or somewhere.
The initial plan for Econ, obviously, like I said, plans were kind of scrubbed due to the fucking Corvid. But
you don't say that. We'll get taken down by YouTube.
I said Corvid. That's a bird. That's a bird.
It's a bird. It's the bird Mrs.
But before that, it was he was planning on doing one on East Coast, West Coast, kind of alternating, like 2 a year. Still. I think that's what he was initially planning, but obviously, like we don't know anymore. But that's probably what he's going to do once things start picking up again. I bet you, like as soon as like a vaccine's available and shit like that, like he's going to be like getting things planned and shit like immediately.
Yeah.
For live sets, actual live sets. But working with him for the most part, like getting like albums sent to him, it's very professional.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Good to work with. Sadly, my next album will not be releasing on 100% though. I sent it to him, and I told him because it's different. It's very different, and I told him like if you don't think this will fit on 100%, it's okay. So I gave him that out. And he didn't think it fit on 100%, and I totally get it because it's not 100%. It doesn't sound like anything on 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I totally get it. It's actually gonna be on Business Casual.
That was casually. You just casually dropped the label. Wow.
So I didn't know my next album will be on Business Casual. We got a couple months before like I do like any. I know like this is a freaking podcast and people are gonna listen to it, but like if you dig into the deep. If you follow the Dan Mason deep cuts, you already know that this album's coming on Business Casual,
right?
So like it's okay. People know. I'm trying to get some promotion out for it now, anyway. But the real like announcement will be in October. But yeah, so it's gonna be on Business Casual. But working with George, it is always very professional. 100% is really professional. They do good work. Their vinyl is really good. They do good payout to artists and stuff like that for merch split and vinyl split and stuff like that, and digital splits and stuff like that. Since it's a net label, they're really cool. There's no contracts, which is good, because when he said that he didn't feel that this album fit on 100%, he had no problems with me going elsewhere, because there's no contract, and it's great. Because if this was like a major label, I would just have to sit on this album for the rest of my life. So it's great that I can just do that and be like, oh yeah, he didn't feel like it fit on the label, I'm gonna go over here. But working with the 100% crew, really good. I love FM Skyline. On there, I love. I think I haven't really talked with Windows 96. Equip is a great guy to work with. I know R23X isn't. I think he's done some stuff on there. I feel like he has in the past, or maybe he's just. I don't know. But R23X is a good guy. I know he hangs out with a lot of the crew there. I know that he hangs out with the Neo Gaia Fantasy Boys. DDS, really good crew. Great guys to talk with. So like everybody in there is like just super positive. Really happy. Like talking to George about the scene, like he's extremely positive about the scene. Yeah. Especially after Ecom 1 and 2, like he was just like so happy about the positivity in the scene nowadays. There was some points in history. I'm not going to go into drama or bullshit, but there was some points where it was like it seemed like things were kind of getting negative in the scene. But like over the last couple of years, I think a lot of the negativity's left the scene, and George coming in there with 100% Electronicon and Electronicon 2 just really kicked off I know like there were live sets in the scene, but like I think it really just kicked off like a big boom of live sets. Like I will shout outs to like the Terminally Chill crew, because I think they've been doing live sets since like God knows. But yeah. Anyway, it's great working with George.
Yeah, you never really hear that side, I guess. It's just cool to be able to talk to someone who's actually on the label. It's kind of crazy. I did assume there was some contracts, and it's good to know that's like
the contract is literally just like so for contract is literally just like an email. It just says, "Hey, are you okay with this split for profits on merchandise?" And you just say yes. That's literally. It's not like, yeah, you have to exclusively release with us. You have to do this. You have to do. That's great. I love these like no binding legal contracts. I don't owe, like I can leave and like not owe anybody money. It's nice.
That's awesome.
So,
sweet.
All right, you had a specific Higaji question, which you can ask.
Yeah, going back to that. Now, this is actually a question from me personally, because as I was saying earlier, I've kind of fallen in love with that album, and every time I listen to like Go Away,
yeah,
it always like it gives me the idea like you're coming down from a high at like a party. I was curious of what the meaning behind that track.
So the actual meaning behind Go Away,
or is it like that's just part of like the full like narrative of like the full.
So the whole album. Here, let me. I gotta pull up the lyrics real quick. I can't remember them off the top of my head completely. Feels like it goes away every time I turn around. It's coming back to me, another farce, another day. It's so the beginning of it is really just like. So I usually don't. Whatever. Screw it. I'll fucking talk about it. It's I was like just really stuck. I felt really stuck in my like dead end fucking retail job at the time. So it was kind of like that. Like I would go to work, basically saying like I go to work for nothing. Like I felt like things like feels like it goes away is like me saying like the feeling of like being like down on myself. It feels like it goes away, but then like the day actually starts, and then it's like, oh, it didn't go away, kind of thing. And like like I said, like can't stop battling. It's like I'm trying to like fight through this shit, but I can't do it. Because like if you really just like want to get into like the meat and potatoes of like what the album's like fully about, it's literally just like on the one hand, like on the more like kind of surface level, it's about like I just want to go to sleep. I can't fucking stand being awake kind of thing. But like then you got like tracks like Hopefully Forever that say forever is a long time to lay down. So, you know, it's just like it was like a really hard album to make, but like I needed to make it. I was not in a good place. So I'm using a lot of sleep metaphors for things that were like really personal to me at the time. So like Go Away is just like, yeah, like the feeling of like, you know, not wanting to do stuff anymore will go away for a while, but then like I'll actually like start existing, and I'm just like, nah, I don't know if I can do this. And then like people try to help me stop, kind of thing, and like I just want to sleep, you know, I want to go to sleep and just like not wake up, kind of thing. It's like that's what the whole album's about.
Oh goddamn, that's heavy as fuck.
Yeah. So and like I think even like the track Insomnia, like, you know, like being alive is like perpetual insomnia, you know. I don't know, it's I don't know what I was fully going with that. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Like I just wanted, because I just wanted to sleep, man. I had like I had like probably like legit insomnia. I couldn't fucking do anything about going to sleep. I was like, the only thing that I would do, and I mentioned this a few times, is I would like literally like take antihistamines to help me sleep like every night, and the dosage amount that I would take would just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Oh dear God.
I got to 4 at some point, and I was like, I need to stop. I need to take 4 fucking Benadryls to fall asleep.
You're doing okay now, right?
Oh, I'm in a much better place.
Okay,
that's good.
I want to make sure I don't have to be worried.
No, you're okay. I get very personal in my albums. Like
oh no, I understand completely. I'm the same way.
Hypnagogia, Void even a little bit, and Forever Nothing are like a little bit more personal of albums, from true experiences. I'm fine. No, in fact, like the new album kind of explores how I got myself to be a little bit in a better place mentally. So.
Oh, nice.
That's good. Yay, positivity.
The best thing I can say is, for anybody who feels like that, seek help.
Yeah.
Okay? Seek help. Talk to people. Talk to your friends and family.
Yeah, people do care.
People care about you. Seek help. Even if it feels like there's no one there, there are places you can go. There's phone numbers you can call and stuff like that. Seek help. But yeah, sorry to get real heavy on that. But yeah, seek help.
Yes.
Positive.
People will always be there to help you.
Let's suddenly
anyway,
switch.
Next question. Sorry to get heavy on that one.
Yeah.
That's our last normal question before we go to the Twitter questions. Kind of simple. I don't know how simple it'll be. How did you get on artsy music?
Back in the day, it used to be It Just Happened. So
just happened.
You post on SoundCloud, they find you from people retweeting them, and then they just posted it on artsy music. I didn't really care about like the whole, like, I don't want to get into the drama behind some people have with that. But no, yeah, they just posted on there, and then after that, they after a while they would ask the artist like, hey, can I do this? And I'd always say yes, because it was good promotion.
And it has like 400,000 views, I think.
Yeah, what Midnight's on there?
Yeah, Midnight, I saw it had like 390,000, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, no, it helped a lot, and it brought a lot of people to my channel. Now, that's not to say don't ever do things just because it's good for promotion. Just don't do that. But you know, I don't care about people using my music in YouTube videos. That was something that I've always been like, yes, please. Excuse me. Please use my music in YouTube videos. I'm always for that. I even I think it says it on my Bandcamp. Like if you want to use my music in a video on YouTube or something like that, like what does it say? If you wish to use my music in a video or a podcast, just give credit or a link to my Bandcamp and you're good to go. That's what it says on my Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of emails about that, and I always just tell them, just put a link.
Yeah.
Just link it.
But
yeah. There's definitely something with like how some artsy music like a weird thing I've noticed. It's like some really weird like Twitch streamers have started at least playing one or two artsy music songs, and it just gets on my nerves a little bit because I don't give credit, and I think it's from like Vantage, I believe the main song that I know a little bit about it. I'm not like a huge Twitch guy, but it's like artsy music has the ability, unlike almost anything in vaporwave, to connect into like for some reason get millions of views.
For the most part with like artsy music, they do put the artist name and stuff into like obviously the title of the track and actual like YouTube title. Now when like a Twitch player like plays the artsy music playlist, I think I was watching it one time and Trihex
really
was doing it because I think Trihex everybody knows the streamer Trihex. My wife used to watch a lot of Trihex.
He's a cool dude.
He was playing the artsy music thing, and I remember getting a call from my wife. This was back in like 2017. She's like, "Hey, he's playing your song right now on a."
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Oh shit!" I hopped in and was like, "Hey, I made this."
But what did he react with? Did he say anything or?
No. Yeah, it's got lost in the crowd of chat messages.
That's still cool though. Trihex is an awesome
usually, most of them have it like down in the bottom right hand corner. You can see what song they're playing.
Yeah, it's just like for like on YouTube when they like just completely throw it up, or they put it as like their outro.
Oh
like, some songs I recognize, and they just won't like they put it out.
I know what you're talking about there. Yeah,
it
it happens.
It does.
At the end of the day, so it's kind of like a gray area. I won't get like too far into this, but like the kind of gray area with it is, at the end of the day, I stole that sample. Like I didn't give credit. Like it's not like an eye for an eye. We shouldn't be doing eye for an eye kind of thing, because that doesn't really solve anything. But at the end of the day, it's like I couldn't complain, but at the end of the day, I still did something wrong as well. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't complain about it. It's really just like this weird, like kind of back and forth I have in my head. It's like, I shouldn't be complaining because I did steal this song as well. But at the same time, like it still sucks, and they should be crediting artists even if they did, like especially if they didn't sample anything. They should be crediting them for that. Like that, I'm like, yeah, you should be totally crediting 100%. But like it sucks, but that's YouTube. There's so many videos out there that are going to steal your, and this is the internet age, man. That's why like I feel like the whole idea of like copyright law has kind of lost its meaning in the internet era. You know what I mean? It's like people are going to take it. At this point, there's nothing physical. There's nothing like actually like physically in your hands being stolen. Like, so it's just like, it's really just a bunch of digital stuff. Well, there is actual like personal meaning, like artistic meaning to it all. Like, I don't know. It's like such a gray area. It's not just like black or white on it. It's really like, it's so like gray. So I don't know. But yeah, it does suck. It would be nice to get those numbers, because then you can be like, hey, just put me in the credits, and then people find your music. Because I remember the Vantage one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an exact Vantage one, but I like, because I don't follow Future Funk at least often. But
I think it was Vantage though. Some major YouTuber was using it as their outro.
Yeah, and they like played it every 10 seconds. Just like, oh, this is our new thing, like as their intro.
Yeah.
I don't know at least too much.
I don't know. But anyway, let's get on to these next questions here.
Yeah, actually, we're on the Twitter questions. We have
finally.
Yeah. We have some. We have 2 serious ones and then 2 really stupid ones.
That's fine.
Actually, we have like 5. Okay, that's not 2. I can't count. Apparently, that there's 5 questions. So.
Oh my god.
I lost my ability to count during this cast.
You're good.
All right, go ahead with the first one, second. Right?
Yeah. So from Ultra High Titan. Yes. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Probably working retail and being sad.
Well, I'm glad you're not. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Especially right now, like yikes. But I was working retail through college. My college degree is in music production, so like I'm trying to think like what would I have majored in? maybe like electrical engineering or computer science or something like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I probably would have majored in something like that. I probably would have just done computer science because I know there's a lot of jobs in it, but I probably wouldn't have been happy.
But now you're happy.
So I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah.
You do music full time, right?
Yeah, full time.
This is your full time.
As
rare to see something like that.
What, May 2019?
Nice. You're getting bank, yo. I don't know.
Scary. It was really scary to take that leap of faith, but I was like, I did the math, and I was like, oh, I'm making more from music than I am at my job. I'm just gonna quit.
Wow, that's like for the scene. That's absolutely crazy.
Like, I told my wife, like, because she was like, she noticed how like unhappy I was at that job.
So now you're in a better place.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, that's huge because there's probably like less than 50 people, artists that can say that they do it full time.
I will say, if I was living in any major city, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But since I live in like a small ass town, for like livable wage here is like much lower. You know, it's like, yeah, I can do it. We did it. She worked a good job, and then she quit that job because it was making her unhappy, and she got a better job. So we're actually, me and her are in a pretty good place, like work wise, right now.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So,
awesome moment. Happiness.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
Some positivity. So
that's crazy. You're full time now. I assumed you were. I just didn't know.
Yeah. There are very few people who do it in the scene, but there are more than you think sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's
Sometimes
definitely the younger ones.
certain artists aren't full-time musicians, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like they're bigger artists, and I'm like, how are you not full-time?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Mesh still works a job.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I know some people, because like I know with like Time Cop, in the synthwave scene. Yeah. He honestly probably could do it full time, but I know he said in the past that he likes the security.
It is safe.
Yeah.
I will, like I was saying, when I quit my job, that was the scariest fucking thing I ever did. I was like totally prepared though to be like, all right, I'm gonna live off ramen for like the next fucking 3 months. So, Forever Nothing has helped a lot though. When I released Forever Nothing, I was like, oh, okay, that helped a lot.
Wow.
That gave me just like that little bit more push to where I'm not like barely making rent every month to like, okay, I'm making rent every month, and I just have some money left over.
It's 100% electronic and most give really nice splits, which is great to hear.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty standard, but they just have a really good pull.
Yeah, that's true. They're the big boys.
They're doing some really cool shit.
Yeah, they always definitely being like one of, if not the biggest label out there. Right now definitely helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That is an interesting question here. That very interesting. Why did you start the Dan Mason project? And that's from Paramount Parks.
So I started the Dan Mason project because I thought I could, because I talked about this a little bit earlier with listening to Floral Shop. I was like, oh, I can do this, but I didn't want to put it underneath my real name, or because my real name isn't Dan Mason.
Wait, what?
I figured.
Wait, you're kidding.
I am not. That is not my real
name. You're not a Dan?
I am not an actual Dan.
You're kidding. My life is a lie.
I'm gonna have to keep calling you Dan regardless of what your real name is.
That's fine. Professional name is Dan, so.
That's actually crazy.
Dan the man.
I was like, oh, what does that question mean? No, your name isn't Dan? All right. I think that's it. Life's over.
So, because I wanted to do post-rock and like stuff like that. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I don't want to have this goofy thing that I'm doing on the side be associated with me. Like, if people find it, whatever.
They're gonna find your post-rock.
Shit, I play drums. He's so down.
So the post-rock shit never went anywhere. I'd done like 4 or 5 shows, I think, as a post-rock band. We never finished a recording. I had another band at some point that I tried to get going that never finished anything. But slowly as I was doing that, like literally, like I think I started this post-rock band, and then Summertime EP came out. And like my plays were going up and up and up and up, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it just started like taking off, and then just like I was like, oh well, I guess I'll just take this Dan Mason thing more seriously. I think it was probably around like 2016 is when I was like, maybe I should. 2016, 2017, I want to say. I had to move back to my hometown, because of some personal shit, and so I moved back to my hometown, and like around then I was like, maybe I should really just take this Dan Mason thing seriously. So the first thing I did was like I got a purge of like all this stuff that I never finished. And that's where the album Infinite Failure comes from. And I just kind of restarted like myself. And then that's when like I released Void and stuff. So started taking it like I was like, damn, this actually might be the ticket to actually like making like a living in music. So, and turns out it was.
That's like, do you sometimes have you ever been approached as like, you know, they call you Dan, it's like you'll see a fan and they'll call you Dan instead of your real name?
Econ, and like the tape swaps. I'm never like actually like in the street, which I'm fine with. Like,
oh yeah,
is your real name public or like not?
Yeah, some people know it. I'm not.
Yeah, don't leak it.
I don't really like tell people it, but some people know it, and it's like I'm not gonna hide it. But yeah, some people know it.
That's so crazy. I would always assume, you know, you're Dan. Not.
That's the great thing. You know, I thought about it later, and it was like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, the anonymous thing in Vaporwave is dying, and I'm like, people still think my name is Dan.
No, it definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it obviously hasn't died. If it's just.
I literally like I played the whole you know, like the whole cardboard is like, yeah, make it seem like this is the obvious answer, you know, kind of thing, like, but it really isn't. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to do the word for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, I was gonna say something, but
no, you fine. You go
like, yeah, like you could go with like the route of like telepath, but like people are gonna figure it out. But if you go with like a normal ass name like Dan Mason,
normal name that sounds like just like working in an office somewhere.
Yeah, people will see it and be like, all right, that's good enough. I'm satisfied.
That's his real name. Like, it's like a George Clanton thing. Like,
yeah,
like
where does the name Dan Mason come from?
Is George Clanton his real name?
George, I believe so. If it's not, then no. Told me. I'm pretty sure it's his real name.
That's super close to Clinton, and it's terrifying.
I know.
Yeah.
But the Dan Mason name, I just made it up. I just pulled it out of my ass. It just felt like a nice name. I was like, oh, it's a nice Dan Mason.
I can't
feel bad for someone whose name is actually Dan Mason.
There is a politician in like Wyoming.
Oh wow.
There's a singer-songwriter guy in the UK. So there was actually one other Dan Mason musician.
I saw that when I looked it up. It's just the weirdest dude.
Yeah, his stuff was like kind of lame. Like, IMO. No offense, Dan Mason.
No offense, Dan Mason.
Like, it just sounded like coffee shop music, and I used to play a lot of coffee shop, like do a lot of open mics back in like college, and it just like it got lame. It's just like, okay,
Dan Mason has to sample Dan Mason. That's the truth.
Maybe I'll hit him up.
That's super meta.
I actually have tried to hit him up and like no response.
Damn.
Dead account, I think. So.
Oh shit.
That's unfortunate.
He's probably jealous. You stole that.
Yeah, he's jealous of your massive success. Wait till he figures out you're not Dan Mason. He'll be even more pissed.
Someone pissed. Like, why you took all?
Someone took my name.
Oh my god.
You're inspired by my music. So you took my name, and then you know.
I was like, yeah, sorry, dude. Actually, he took all the domains. So
yeah, be careful. You might get a call for royalties soon.
The Bandcamp. I got Dan Mason before him, so
yeah,
which helps on.
Do you mind second sight? Will I answer?
Wait, what?
Question. I'm gonna read this word by word direct. This one's from Discoholic, and here's a direct question: is the Dan Mason burger available at all precipitating Burger King locations? That is the exact word for word.
So, only certain locations will have the Dan Mason burger. I'm really sorry that Burger King was the only place that would accept it. No other
the Burger King burger, the Dan Mason burger.
Only a few. I think only participating Burger Kings. I want to say in Florida
Fuck, I gotta go to road
Georgia,
Yes.
Nevada, and Wyoming.
Yeah, I get my Burger King.
So I could only get 4 states to get it. Legal in those. For some reason, it's only legal in those 4 states. There's nothing illegal about the burger. It's just like, oh, okay.
Okay, what's in the Dan Mason burger?
So the Dan Mason burger is just soggy buns, soaked in my tears.
Oh my god.
Really disappointment and a half, and it's even more disappointing. I hate Burger King.
No, me too.
Sorry, this guy. And you guys lose the sponsorship on this one.
Oh, don't worry.
I hate Burger King so much.
You know, we only get sponsored by Chick-fil-A, so.
We used to have Chick-fil-A tastes good.
If it's not Arby's, I don't want it.
Arby's is.
No.
Arby's gyros, or gyros, as some people call them, are actually surprisingly good.
Oh yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah,
I might actually
remember-
order Arby's.
Yeah, I might hit up Uber Eats. Hold up.
I might actually do that. I have a stream tonight, so I might actually.
Sure. We'll show up. We'll link it. On the account.
Dan Mason Dan Mason Vapor on Twitch or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just glad I'm off work tonight, so I can
hopefully
actually.
that answered your question, Discoholic. About the Dan Mason burger.
Only participating ones. What I said: Florida, Georgia, Nevada, and Wyoming.
I'm so happy I get to get it.
I don't think Discoholic goes around there, so I'm sorry, Discoholic.
No one knows what Discoholic is. People don't even know what he looks like.
Dude, I just want to tell one quick story about Burger King. I know we're already way over.
No, you're fine.
I want to hear the Burger King.
I used to work at a Lowe's. That was like the last job I had before I quit and did music full time. I used to work at this Lowe's, and in our parking lot was a Burger King. And it sucked because next door at the parking lot, literally across the street, which was a pain in the ass to drive to or walk to, had a Wendy's, and I love Wendy's. Wendy's is great. I think for fast food, like the classic fast food chains, I think Wendy's is really fucking good. I just like how they cook their burgers. But Burger King, all we have is a.
Uh-oh. You mute yourself, Mr. Second Sight, man. It's okay.
But Burger King, literally like one of I went there one time. They said their water was shut off, but they were still operating.
Okay.
I was like, how are y'all washing your hands? Like, I was really, I think at that point I signed off. Like, I was like, never Burger King ever again. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that, like, Burger King, if your store's water shuts off, you should tell them to shut down. Please.
Yeah. We had a Burger King close to us, but it got, like, wiped off the face of the earth. So.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah. I never actually ate of it before.
Good. Don't.
It was there. It was, like, in the back alley, because we have this weird back alley.
I only ever went to that Burger King because it was the closest like fast food place, and I could walk to it from the work, from my work, and it was just like, ugh, never mind.
I mean, the Whopper has to be like at least okay, you know, better than like the $1 cheeseburger from McDonald's, but
it's not that good. The $1 cheeseburger from McDonald's is better.
All right, Second Sight wanted to ask this one because. I think he just wanted to ask this one.
I mean, I thought it was hilarious.
He thought it was hilarious.
So this was the one that I was going to bring up earlier. But what is your best album and why is it Void from Volter?
What is my best album and why is it Void?
Yeah. I didn't. He went with this. This is not my idea. I let him have it.
I get a lot of people who really, really love Void. I personally don't think it's my best album. I think it was my first attempt at doing the sampleless vaporwave that wasn't just like MIDI jams. So, I get a lot of people asking about Void. Well, I think we're trying to do some vinyl for Void next year. So we're trying.
Whoa! That's awesome.
Asking about vinyl.
Okay.
So I get two. I used to get 2 emails: Miami Virtual Vinyl when and Void Vinyl when.
Yep.
Like the 2 most common emails I get. And took care of the damn Miami Virtual people. Sorry it took like fucking 6 years or whatever.
It only took 6 years though. That's okay.
But we got it. You got it. There you go. You happy?
Like daily, and it's like waiting after 6 years.
You happy? Anyway.
I think they're more than happy.
Void, hopefully next year we'll be able to get some Void vinyl out. I just got a little bit of a release thing going on here, and for people also asking for Hypnagogia stuff, we might have some more Hypnagogia vinyl coming out later this year as well.
That's awesome. That thing hasn't been in stock for.
It's not. It's just. It's not a big run. It's maybe like 50 leftover ones. I think these were supposed to be for live sets this year, but since none of that happened, it was just like okay, so we're just gonna sell stock.
My Pet Flamingo.
No. The both Void and Hypnagogia will be through Business Casual.
Oh yeah, I forget they were on both, right?
No. Void and Hypnagogia was only on Business Casual, okay. And
maybe I'm dumb.
You're good. The only like Business Casual stuff that has crossed over to My Pet Flamingo was the sample based stuff because it's we've had issues in the States trying to get sample based stuff on vinyl. I have had friends who have done it though, but it can be kind of iffy here. So over in the UK, it's usually no one gives a crap. So
I've never heard that one before. Like with bigger vinyl companies, so like it's over 500, they have a problem.
Vacation CA kind of will be like iffy about doing sample based stuff on vinyl. I think a couple other ones, and rightfully so. They don't want to get sued. But over in the UK, I guess whoever My Pet Flamingo has for their vinyl, no problems. So that's why I've been doing a lot of my sample based stuff through My Pet Flamingo, just because there's no problems with it.
That is crazy.
So
because we just got a vinyl out, and it has a song from Second Sight on it, which I already got copy striked for on my YouTube. Shout out to that.
I'm sorry.
It's banned from only 500 countries. So
I've had songs do that. I've Miami Virtual 2.0. You can't listen to it. I think in Germany.
Oh no, not the Germany fans.
Germany. I think in the US it was kind of weird, but then I think YouTube changed their system to where now they just monetize it for the people and they don't care anymore.
They just take the money at this point.
I'm like, I don't care. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm not earning any money off
scary shit.
You're enough to be monetized because you have 10,000 subscribers, I think, right? Or 1,000 or
what? I have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I'm
monetize. I don't monetize anyway.
Yeah, this new channel has 10 because we just reset. We had to full reset everything. So,
but no. YouTube wise, I don't monetize anything. I just say nah.
It's hard to with sample music though.
I'm just not even gonna try. But then they'll monetize it anyway. So
you're technically earning just a little bit.
I'm not earning anything from YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Not in for my channel. No, I know. I get $100 every once a year.
Hey.
And that's it. So
yeah, that is still more than I think I've ever made doing music so far. So
yeah,
that's shout out to YouTube occasionally giving money.
It's oh, okay. I don't even notice it. It just suddenly there's $100 in my PayPal, and I just think, oh, that's from Bandcamp. So I was oh, it was YouTube. They paid me. Okay.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know how we got there. We were talking about Void, but okay, that was a...
Yeah, no, Void, that was a fun one to make, though.
Yeah. I think that's because thinks Void is your best, so that's why we wanted to ask.
A lot of people think Void is my best. I think John Zabelli even said he thought Void was my best. So.
Well, to be honest, Void was the first album of yours I've actually heard.
Okay.
So similar to DDS's World War Olympics.
Okay.
It holds a special place in my heart. Because that was the first album that I listened to that got me into Vaporwave, and then Void was the first Dan Mason project that I listened to.
Do we both have early roots with Dan Mason? That's actually crazy.
A little bit, yeah.
Early Vaporwave roots.
Well, of course, he's my brother.
I get a lot of emails of people saying oh, I got into Vaporwave either from Hypnagogia or freaking Miami Virtual.
Yeah.
I'm oh, okay, cool. I'm just happy one of them's my original stuff that I can actually do stuff with. So
it's crazy because mine was forever nothing, and it's still my personal favorite.
Dude, that's fine. I'm just honestly, I just like hearing people say oh, I got into the Vaporwave because of you, and I was oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah. It's such a wonderful thing. I've heard a bunch of artists mention how
Well, you definitely influenced my Waterpoint release back in May.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, because I went on a vacation to Myrtle Beach,
Oh yeah.
And I just the whole way there, I just listened to like Miami Virtual.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect vibes for that. Perfect vibes for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid story, but like I have like a small little brother. He's like, he's young, but he doesn't understand vaporwave at all. He's just like, oh, what is this weird thing? So I don't attempt to explain it to him. But I remember playing the whole Summertime EP. He's like, yeah, this is good. We were at the pool. I'm like, hey, let's play some pool music.
Oh, it's perfect for the pool. Yeah.
It was perfect. It was great. And he actually enjoyed it, which is weird because he hated that he ever heard.
So the secret reason why I have so many styles of music is for it to be played in so many different situations. You see. Yeah, I got every mood covered. I got.
Do. If you need to cry, you have a crying album. If you need to.
You need to cry? I got crying albums. You want to be happy? I got happy albums.
You're depressed. You can't go to sleep. You got.
That's why you're the most versatile artist.
It's crazy.
I got ambient albums. I got nature albums for your spa. If you want to make a spa, I got a few.
Don't tempt me.
So.
Don't tempt me. All right, I think we're finally at a final question. This was great, but
final question. Here we go. This better be
good question. I final question from Deezenator. Shout out. Are there any genres you like to branch out to in the future?
So besides the upcoming one, because we already said that.
Besides the upcoming one, I thought about metal.
Whoa. Well, that was like Winter Coat again. Yeah.
So like just like some either like 80s hair metal or like freaking doom metal. I've always
that's so
doom
cool.
metal would be fun. Doom metal would make sense too because it's slow.
I'm so happy that you said that because I have a deep root in metal. Like I've been playing drums since I was like 10.
Yeah.
Listen to like Dream Theater and like Symphony X.
Oh yeah.
I like that progressive heavy shit.
Well, like metal influences for me. I know of recent years it'd be more like Electric Wizard and stuff like that, like doom metal, stoner metal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is usually something I dig into just because I like the chill. Like it's just heavy and it's like it's like in your face. But I used to be like really into like metalcore and stuff like that in like high school. So like the Devil Wears Prada, Attack Attack. Used to be a little bit into Metallica. I used to be really, really into Megadeth when I was like in freaking middle school.
Middle school? Wow, that's really young in the metal death.
Megadeth, Sweating Bullets. I don't know. It's really cheesy to me now, but
we grew up listening to a lot of the same shit.
That's why your brothers.
Crazy.
I swear.
Freaking. Trying to think of some other ones I used to listen to, but yeah, like metalcore was like my thing in high school. I used to listen to Winds of Plague, which is more like death metal. Suicide Silence. Dying Fetus.
Good old Dying Fetus.
Oh my
god. I love metal.
Recent years, it's just been like mostly like stoner metal, and particularly like, man, Black Sabbath's album Paranoid is like they're, in my opinion, their best.
Yeah.
But the song Planet Caravan is a freaking trip off that album. Yeah, stuff like that. You ever listen to Sword? They're pretty good. There's like, I don't know, there's like some metal here and there, but I thought about, like putting in some metal into vaporwave. I thought it'd be kind of cool, like especially like doom metal. I know Iacon did some metal influence stuff back in the day, and you can hear it.
Oh, geez.
Like,
I got
you hear the drums in that shit. It's like, oh my god, those are like straight up metal drums over vaporwave. It's so fucking cool.
Oh shit! Now I gotta go check that out.
Yeah, check out Iacon.
Yeah, I remember his one project, whatever the name of it is.
He did an ambient album with Nano Shrine.
Oh,
I think. But Iacon has got some really fucking good stuff. Like, just really good stuff.
Yeah, metal and vaporwave go together, like, pretty well sometimes, but it's rare to see it. It's definitely, like, one of those uncommon genre mixing.
Yeah.
Except for, like, Winter Quote, but I think I've mentioned before. I'm pretty sure they do, like, a metal influence.
It's cool to, like, try things out, and I think that's why I was, like, okay with, like, what I'm doing with my next album. I'm like, let me just fucking do it. Just do it. That's the cool thing about this genre, man. Sometimes you can just do it, and it fucking works.
I think you definitely have the ability to just do it, make like a whole new genre by accident.
Yeah, whoops. Sorry.
Whoops, I accidentally made this. My bad.
The thing I gotta tell y'all is that if you do that, like step out of like your genre, like add other parts of other genres into it, you're gonna get a lot of people saying this isn't vaporwave. Just ignore them.
Yeah,
I'm sure some people said that my stuff's not vaporwave because like I do a lot of genre blending.
Yeah, it's
like I mean I guess I call myself like a sort of a slush wave artist. I do more like pure ambient or like jazzier.
Yeah, he has the 7 album ambient album he sent me last week.
I have a couple super long.
But yeah, it's just like at the end of the day, like someone calls it not vaporwave, like, dude. To me, that's why I think vaporwave is more of a scene than it is like a genre. Like I've talked about this with a few people. Like, think about it. Like George Clanton is like one of like the bigger names in vaporwave right now. Is he really vaporwave, or is he more just chillwave with like vaporwave influences?
That's a hard question because there's no like definitive answer.
Right.
I'm trying to think of like another one, like FM Skyline, or closer to like synthwave at times, you know. But like it's got like still a vaporwave tone to it all, you know. It's just like
vaporwave is vaporwave, I guess. That's the only way to explain.
That's the example
what you want to be.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many subgenres now that it's just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it could be anything.
It could be anything, dude.
It
like,
could be anything.
You ever heard of Tumblewave?
I heard of it, but
yeah, that's a 3D Blast one.
Oh yeah, because he played that.
It's surprisingly good. It's just country. Instead, they sample country. It's really funny though. It's funny, but it's good.
Oh wow.
Tumblewave is the best name.
It's such a perfect name for it. I love it. Another one. This is the last one I'm going to bring up. Is a Blank Banshee.
Yeah.
When that came out, I didn't think that was vaporwave. I was like, Blank Banshee 0 or like Blank Banshee 1. I was like, this is like I thought it was C-punk. I thought it was more C-punk, more if y'all know what C-punk is.
Oh yeah.
But like C-punk and
we interviewed
just like trap music with like video game samples. But
we interviewed Ocean Grunge artists on here in the past, actually.
Ocean Grunge, oh man.
Yeah,
this seems to be a lot of like confusion between like Ocean Grunge, vaporwave, and whatnot. It's just like
Ocean Grunge is like a whole different.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Like it's still vaporwave in my opinion, but it's like, it's C-punk is like its own, like it's just like dolphin sounds, the genre.
Dolphin sounds, the genre.
So strange. I remember. It's a stupid thing I remember finding from the Watch Mojo Top 10 Weirdest Genres video. Because Watch Mojo are dumb. They put top 10 list. Vaporwave was on that list. I do remember that. That's how I found one of like the early things I found Vaporwave in.
Yeah.
Like my like 5 years ago or something where I'm like,
I
checked it out.
On the surface level, I guess, if you don't know what the heck you're doing, you just
go like, whoa, what's the big
classics?
Man? Why is everyone speaking slow?
So wacky.
I don't like this.
It's like, bro.
So wacky, I don't like it.
That was in like, that was in like the first like year and a half, 2 years of the genre. Like, if you want a good representation of the genre now, I mean,
you really gotta
go to the new stuff.
You gotta look deep. There's like some big names trying to connect it, but I feel like like it's not easy to do that. Pat Jennings definitely made more of a connection, but if you want to go deep underground, you gotta like Kite Double 80 or like Daydream Deluxe.
I think the best part about the whole entire people stepping out of the genre and like calling other things that back in the day wouldn't be called vaporwave is that it's dragging people from like the genres that it's connecting into the scene. You know what I mean? So like I branch into like the emo side. Maybe I can get a couple of emo people to listen to vaporwave and go, "Oh, this is cool," Yeah.
Like
you got like
new wave stuff from like the 80s. Like people like that, like Aha.
Yeah, you get the smooth jazz guys in here. I used to like smooth jazz, ironically, in high school before I got into vaporwave. I used to be like, oh, listen to this smooth jazz. I'm like, ooh, baby. But now I'm like, bro, that's actually really good.
Right.
You ever listen to a genre ironically, and then you just get into it? And that's kind of what happened with vaporwave for me. I was like, oh, that's so ironic. And now I'm like, this is damn fucking good. Like,
now you're 8 years in, like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, it's like, damn, okay, son. Like, bro, there's some good shit here. Like, there really is. Like,
I do want to know though, like, I guess we can have one more question. Like, what's your favorite of the year so far of all the releases?
Favorite of the year,
or maybe last year, or some just recently.
Eyeliner's newest album.
Heard that, yeah. That's what I expected.
The name of it is slipping me for some reason, but Eyeliner's newest album. I'm gonna look it up. So I want to.
I think it's self-titled, or it's something with the word "me" in it.
Music.
Eyeliner. Yeah, it's not gonna come through.
Drop Shadow.
Yep.
Yes. Fucking amazing album.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. That one was really fucking good. I'm trying to think what else like released.
Yeah,
this year feels like a blur.
Oh yeah. I really like. I don't even know really this year, like the Desert Sands not newest, because I think he just released something else, but hold on, I gotta translate this now because it's in Japanese.
I have a few top, but Fake Fever's been a big one for me, because Fake Fever's awesome. Seriously, just like the best, one of the best non-sample artists out there. And that Business Casual album blew me away in the live show. Basically, everyone who played at the block party is awesome. Like,
that block party was a lot of fun. Both like stages was a lot of fun.
It was even hard to choose between stages.
Oh,
at times.
yeah.
I mapped it out, like, okay, where am I going next?
Yeah,
I had work. I missed it.
It was good.
Who were you playing against? I don't remember. Like, was it Skeleton Lipstick, or is that? I don't think you were playing.
I don't remember.
Against probably isn't the greatest word. I think it was Runners Club. I think.
Was it Runners Club?
No, Runners Club played against Diamond Lens, I believe. Let me pad. Yeah, it's actually my search results look like I've looked this up many times.
That's right. Combo Champs came out this year.
Combo
Champs. That was the thing where Pad got a bunch of artists to collab with each other. I forgot they came out this year.
Dan Mason, you Active Presence. That's who it was.
Okay.
I did know. I forgot Active Presence was there. Actually, you were playing on South Pole. I was there. I was at it.
The School Toyama. Stereo. That's a good album. That came out this year.
Oh yeah, that one's awesome. Future funk isn't something I'm like,
I still dabble in it from time to time. Just a few artists I listen to. School Toyama is one of those artists that I still listen to.
I'm trying to search through my tape collection to figure out more like the years that I enjoy.
Just like browsing.
The new Wizard of Loneliness.
Oh yeah, New Horizons.
New Horizons. Oh my god, that's good.
That came out this year. Jeez, I feel like all this shit came out last year, but that would make no sense for New Horizons to come out last year.
I've never even played Animal Crossing. I just the aesthetic is
it's so good.
Spot on.
Animal Crossing's good, and that album's good, and his set for it was really good.
I'm so mad I missed that set. I mean,
it's a lot. You can watch.
How would I choose? Do I choose Fake Fever or Wizard? What do I choose?
Funny shit about that set is he didn't check the video before he sent it in, and he wasn't rendered in like a good portion of the middle of it.
Oh no!
So it was like, bruh, dude, what did you do?
Yeah, I will watch that on YouTube. I didn't know. I thought he played like an older set. I caught on. I thought he played somewhere more like less recent stuff. But if it was, because I'm a fan of both, the new Fake Fever and the Wizard. I'm a fan of everyone who played there.
That was a fun time.
The new show he's bringing up.
Oh, I'm in that.
It's gonna be awesome. You're in that. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, nice.
I should probably talk about.
Go for it.
No, it's a really cool thing. He's got a like a theme going on for the whole thing, and it's making the set for this is a lot of fun.
Is it gonna be like more sad boy or more funky?
Oh, it's funky.
You want to disclose?
He wanted it to be lighthearted, so I'm not doing a sad boy set.
Lighthearted. That's a specific thing.
He said it was gonna be lighthearted, and it's just really cool. I think people are gonna be blown away by what he did with it. It's just such a neat idea. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, there's like Towers, Desert Sands, my boy Enrail, who was on the podcast before. There's just so many good names.
Shout outs to Enrail.
He played his set, like one of his sets, on a plane. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, really?
So he was. I watched that set. I'm subscribed to him, and so it's basically him playing a set. Literally, he's like on the air, like in the air on a plane. He literally has his whole like setup out in a seat, and he's playing.
Oh shit! That's
absolutely
awesome.
Bonkers.
How was he able to get away with that? That's incredible.
He was like in a corner seat, and I'm pretty sure his girlfriend was like just recording it on her phone, basically. I'm like, it is the coolest set. I've seen like weird stuff before, because he was like jamming, and like I can imagine just someone else on playing like, what's this guy doing across from me? He's like literally have a whole. It's so cool. This is a cool DJ, but I had to share that because I saw it. I'm like, you're kidding me. I thought it was a joke. No, he's actually on the plane right now.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I'm excited to see your set. I'm excited to see everyone's set, but
yeah, it's a fun one. I'm kind of working with Wiz a little bit, like taking his idea and being like, all right, like because it's a really cool idea for what he's got planned for the whole entire show, and I'm just having a blast working on it. I'm not spoiling it.
Yeah, no.
It's a really cool fucking thing that he's got.
I don't want Pat Jensen doing anything bad to me or anything. We had like this. I think we had this running joke with a hero how Pat Jensen was gonna come to my house because I think I revealed some. I would have like he was gonna reveal something about the new cat system. Not cat killers. He didn't say anything, but the joke was basically he's gonna come to my house. Pat Jensen with the cigar. Hey, what you doing with my info? I'm gonna kill you.
What you doing?
What you doing? I'm Pat Jensen. You gotta get rid of the video, son.
Just turn that New York accent on. 100%.
I don't know where you got that from, because the hero, I don't think he's from like California, from Washington. But okay, I think we're done here.
Yeah,
that was the way to end it. But
that was fun.
Awesome.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Thank you guys.
That was a long one, but
thank you guys for having me.
This was so much fun. Yeah. You gonna plug your stuff real quick?
Yeah. So I got an album coming out in November on Business Casual. First single should be dropping in October, so y'all can peep that. Got a live set with the Vaporspace STL boys, hosted and directed by Wizard of Loneliness, coming up in October, so keep an eye out for that. Good shit on there. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That was a lot.
Other than that,
yeah, we're gonna have the Bandcamp and the YouTube and the Twitter, I guess.
Yeah.
And the description. So if you enjoyed this,
yeah,
go hit up his music, because he's the best vapor artist ever. TM.
Oh wow.
I just made that up.
Oh wow, you trademarked that too.
I trademarked it. Yeah. I don't know why I trademarked that.
You had to though.
I had to.
Yeah, you don't want to steal it.
All right, thank you for having me.
See you guys later. On the end of the VaporCast.
Hell yeah, thanks for having me.